Elijah almost fainted when he saw her standing in the pew. Her head was covered with a veil, but it was her. He had memorized everything about her. He panicked. She was Coptic. Chapter 11. Hi, you must be Elijah. Hi, what's your name? She knew that he knew her name. Esther. Your mom told me all about you. She really loves you, you know. Elijah wanted to die. His mom never told him that she had spoken to her. That's it. He wanted to divorce his mom. Officially. I officially hate her. Yes, of course. She is a great mom. I love my mom. Good. She really wants you to come to church. I do. I will. Would you be up for coffee? Are you going to school? Do you need a ride? Esther smiled. She was used to this. Boys were often flustered around her. Her heart was so tender from the Eucharist that she found herself agreeing to everything. This was not her custom. Sure, let's pick up a coffee on the way to university. Chapter 12. Elijah almost fell down the stairs at church from his knees buckling. He thanked God that he didn't fall. It was a long time since he thanked God. Chapter 13. Elijah had an impenetrable wall around his heart. Esther, who lived from her heart, had an impenetrable wall around her sacred personhood. One wall to keep everything out. One wall that kept everything in. One was the wall of Jericho. The other was the wall of the kingdom of God. Oh, the mystery found in the sons and daughters of Adam. They picked up coffee. Elijah drove Esther to school. Elijah was taken aback by her demeanor. She was so calm and unmoved by things. She was both confident and incredibly humble. Elijah was normally confident around girls. He knew how girls behave around him, especially really beautiful girls. He had this theory that beauty was both a blessing and a curse. He thought that girls who were beautiful simply got whatever they wanted because of their physical looks. In fact, he felt that they knew they could get what they wanted based on their appearance. He thought this to be a disadvantage because they were deprived of challenges, inner challenges. He felt that this made them more shallow and conceited. This judgment he had subconsciously placed on Esther, especially that she was the most beautiful human being he had ever seen in his life. Period. She was nothing but the opposite of this judgment. She did not expect anything from him, nor did she require anything from him. She listened. She asked amazing questions. And yet she felt the complete freedom and confidence to disagree and to be herself. She had never said a lying me too in her life. This threw Elijah back to the memories of his first moments of inauthenticity with Martina. He remembered that he was willing to be someone else in order for Martina to like him. He did this constantly. Esther, on the other hand, seemed like she could care less what Elijah thought about her. Not in an apathetic way, but she just seemed to be so comfortable with herself. She wasn't bowing at his altar. She had no problem speaking about her faith so openly. And you're doing your PhD? Elijah found himself asking incredulously. Yes. Why does that shock you? Well, you seem so, what's the word? You seem so religious. Esther burst out laughing. If by religious you mean that I love God and carry him in me everywhere I go, if by religious you mean that I am his and he is mine, if by religious you mean that I love him and his creation with all my heart, then yes. But what does that have to do with my PhD? Well, I don't mean to be rude, but science and philosophy clearly leave no room for the existence of a God. Really, who in their right mind actually believes in a guy up there? Elijah said this while pointing up with his index finger. Esther smiled, and there wasn't a drop of judgment, presumption, pride, or deceit. She simply spoke, the mind and the heart in perfect unison, and made a perfect confession. I do. She didn't feel the need to go into deep socio-political, economic, philosophical, and anthropological arguments for the existence of God. She knew that he could only be encountered in the heart. She wasn't interested in communicating to Elijah's brain, but rather she knew ontologically that the Lord just is. He is the I am who I am. He had no need of anyone to explain further. He is. I do. Esther repeated. Elijah could not argue. He had nothing to say, nothing to argue. Deep silence filled his brain. He was unnerved at how he was unable to answer her. Okay, well then, that settles that. Yup, it sure does. Elijah drove Esther from the coffee shop to the university, completely silent. He had nothing to say. Esther seemed to him to be in a completely different world. as though she didn't realize that she just shook him to his deepest core. She, like her God, was so present. Here and now, Elijah dropped her off, awkwardly mentioning something about hoping to see her around at school. She responded about hoping to see him at church. That was it. Elijah paged Gregory. 911,911,911. Chapter 14. Esther loved being downtown. Every day on her way to the university, she would do her rounds with the homeless. There was Rip and Faye. There was Animal. There was James. She was especially fond of James. She would get off the city bus, go through the Rideau Center to get to Rideau Street. She would search for anyone that looked like they could do with a sandwich and a drink. She loved to share her own lunch and experience hunger for the sake of solidarity with the homeless. Maybe that's why George had found her too skinny for Elijah. Rip and Faye were a couple that had chosen to live on the streets. Rip had the deepest blue eyes and was missing a number of teeth. He loved his wife Faye. Esther wasn't sure if they were officially married, but he called Faye his wife. She was the wild one of the two. She seemed to Esther to have been a woman of deep suffering. Esther not only shared her lunch with them, but she would stop and listen to them. Sometimes, she would buy her flowers to warm up Faye's day. She would smile at her, look deeply into her eyes, and say, "You are a flower in God's garden. Don't forget it, Faye. Don't you forget it. Me." Faye would answer humbly, "I am not a good person like all you churchgoers. You are so beautiful, Faye. These flowers are called tiger lilies. They are bright and orange, fiery. You see these black markings they have on their petals. They give them their character and are part of their beauty. Just like the difficult aspects of our lives, they form the dark spots on the petals of our lives. They make us beautiful." Faye would invariably be comforted and encouraged by Esther's visits. Animal was another of Esther's favorites. He used to be a chef. Animal was always there to protect Esther. He was at least 6'5". Anyone that would so much as bother Esther in any way, somehow Animal would be there. How he knew was always a mystery to her. Like that one time when she was stuck in an alley. Someone had blocked her way and seemed like he was up to no good. And then Animal, literally out of nowhere, showed up and placed his hand on his shoulder. The man turned around, looked up, almost wet himself. No one knew that, of course, and ran away. "You are the best, Animal. Esther ma'am, anything for you." No one messes with our Esther ma'am. She loved that he called her Esther ma'am. In fact, there was something about him that reminded her of her Maluka. A man of few words. He felt honored to protect her. He saw himself as her servant. In fact, he loved to serve everyone. One time, she had given him her lunch. It had a couple of sandwiches, an apple, a banana, and bottle of iced tea. He thanked her for it and ran off. By the time she had crossed the road, she had found the apple, banana, the iced tea, and one of the sandwiches in the hands of 4 different homeless people. She knew that Animal was a protector and a sharer. She understood that these flowers, the broken, the marginalized, the ones whose petals had been marred by dirt and forgotten, had the ability to give freely, much more than the comfortable flowers. She knew all were flowers in God's garden, but she was especially fond of these flowers. And then there was James, her favorite. She loved them all equally, of course. She just loved James more equally. James was the most vulnerable person she had met on the streets. He had the mind of a 10-year-old. He was so simple. He used to cry when he heard of anyone else's suffering. He would jump for joy at the success of anyone around him. He was probably in his 50s. Teeth were all gone. And oh, how he loved his Esther. She was the sweetest person he had met on the streets of Ottawa. She often had a hard time gifting him with anything. "Thank you, sweet Esther. I just ate. I am sure someone else needs it more than I do. I have so much. I couldn't possibly take any more." Then he would smile as though he had a full set of teeth. All he had was a full set of gums. Esther would just melt in his presence. "Do you know who I am named after, my sweet Esther?" he would ask her almost every week. "I am named after James the Less, one of the disciples of Jesus. You know what, my sweet Esther, I sometimes wish I would have been worthy to be born at that time and be a disciple of Jesus. But look at me. I am just a poor beggar. I am no one." Esther looked at him and saw only his beauty, the beauty of her crucified Lord. She placed her hand on his shoulder. Inwardly she prayed, "My Jesus, Thank you for letting me put my hand on your shoulder. Thank you for letting me gaze at your beautifully tired eyes and your toothless smile. Thank you." She then spoke to James and said, "My dear James, if only you knew how close the Lord is to you. It would have made the disciples envious of you." Chapter 15. Gregory responded to the 911,911,911 immediately. It was a 911 after all. In those days, there was no ignoring 911s. Gregory could hardly believe what Elijah was telling him. "Say that again. Go slowly. You were where?" "Church." "Why?" "Actually, who cares why? She was there." "Yes. Isn't that absolutely crazy?" Not only was she there, but are you ready for this? Spit it out, Elijah. "Gregory, shame on you. You can't rush these things." "Okay. Are you ready for this?" Gregory almost walked away. Okay, I'll tell you. We spoke. That's not all. I gave her a ride from church. I bought her a coffee. Gregory, she knows my name. Elijah, get it together, man. She is amazing. Her only flaw, honestly, her only flaw is that she actually believes in God. To be honest, I think I can live with that, as long as he doesn't get in the way. Elijah, you are talking like she likes you already. You gave her a ride. That's it. She is going to be my wife. I am going to marry her. You'll see. Gregory was sure that Elijah was going to marry her. He knew him well enough that whatever he put his mind to, he would accomplish. Chapter 16. There is always something so beautiful about the pursuit. There is something about a young man who chivalrously seeks to win the heart of the princess. He seeks to be heroic, to protect the young damsel, to show her through great feats of love that he is worthy of her affection. The thing with Princess Esther is that her heart was already won not by Elijah. Her knight in shining armor was her Yasithri. Habibi Yasithri. Habibi Yasithri. Her heart repeated her beloved's name often. He had wooed her. He had protected her. He had shown her the greatest heroic feats. And, to put it simply, she was in love. Yet, Esther found herself incredibly intrigued by this Elijah that had Mama's favor. And so she daily prayed for him. Somehow, this boy in trouble had mysteriously entered her heart. Chapter 17. Elijah started attending Wednesday liturgies only to drive Esther to university and to buy her a coffee on the way. This made everyone happy. It made Sally happy. This made Esther happy. This made Elijah happy. All for very different reasons. Truth be told, though, Esther was beginning to look forward to her drives with Elijah. Lord, what is it about this boy in trouble? I somehow see a little child inside of him, but he is completely oblivious to this little child. It's like I can see you in him, like I can see you in James, Rip, Faye, and Animal. I can see you in Elijah. Why does he have such walls? Lord, not only can I see you, but I am beginning to see myself in him. Elijah, what is your favorite flower? Esther, I don't know the first thing about flowers. I guess the rose. Oh, really? The rose. And why do you like the rose? Esther was smiling. She loved how hard he was trying. Well, the rose is beautiful. The rose symbolizes love. The rose protects herself with thorns. The rose is solitary. The rose is. She burst out laughing. She almost spilled her coffee. Watch out. You spill your coffee, and you are going to have to pay big bucks for the high-end interior of my 1989 Chrysler Reliant. This made her laugh. It made him laugh as well. It was the first time that he found the courage to joke around with her and not just be a fumbling fool and try to impress her. She felt his confidence. She liked it. He felt his confidence. He liked her. Okay, what is your favorite flower? I absolutely love the lotus flower. Why? Well, she opens herself up for the world to see, and yet her roots and stem are hidden in water. She always remains close to her place of origin. The lotus is a flower of the heart. Chapter 18. Elijah took a week to locate a lotus. It was his first heroic act. He brought it to church on the following Wednesday. He was so nervous after liturgy. It was now the third or fourth week that she had been getting rides with him to university. She got into the car. He looked at her. She knew something was up because he looked like he was going to pass out from nervousness. She found him incredibly cute when he was nervous. He pulled out the lotus flower. He handed it over to her and mumbled something about how he had found it and that it wasn't a big deal. Esther's heart, like the lotus, opened up without ever leaving her place of origin. Chapter 19. Their Wednesday morning liturgies, coffees, and drives became something of a weekly ritual. One week, Elijah mustered up the courage to ask her if she was going to liturgy on Friday mornings as well. Esther smiled and said, "Yes, I go Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays."